Hey everyone, John Runner 88 here with another Star Wars figure review. This time it is Shae Vizla from the Old Republic MMO game. MMO meaning massive multiplayer online game, for those unfamiliar. And she is not a playable character, but she is kind of like a guide character almost. Like she will, I believe, with the bounty hunter classes in the game, she is like your mentor basically, and she'll like shepherd you through the beginning of the game, something along those lines. But she's not like a character. I don't believe she's a character that you can actually get on your team. She's just, like I said, like a mentor character that is there to give you quests and whatnot. But here she is. This is the reissued one. Here's her card. And I'm actually glad I'm showing the card this time because it actually is a part of something new that they did with the figure that I want to like address a little bit. But this is her figure, or her face portrait here. Looking pretty cool. Shae Vizla, and it's on an expanded universe card, and I just knocked over everything. There you go, in real time. This is how videos are made. Got Darth Malgus back there. Got a little story about him. But Shae Vizla has the show right now. Got on a little stand here. She's got swivel hips, which, you know, if this figure had a ball-jointed hips, she would be absolutely fantastic. Because she's got pretty much everything else aside from hinged wrists and whatnot. She's got pretty much all the other articulation that you would look for in a modern figure. I wish she had like holsters. I know it's not part of her design, but I know some people like put the blasters like in those straps there, but it's a very tight fit, and I don't feel like it looks that good. But the thing that does look good is her armor. It looks fantastic. Hasbro did a really good job just recreating it and just doing all the stuff they did in the past with all the metallic colors and everything. All the different mix matched colors and splashes. It'd be nice if the jetpack was like silver too. It's just kind of a molded plastic, but it's cool that it can like come off, and then you can unplug it from the front as well. Then she's just got a hole in her chest, and that's not cool. It's always a little frustrating when accessories do that, because if it's on the back it's one thing, but if it's on the front, then you've got like, if you resell it or find one secondhand, it's probably missing the backpack and it's just going to have a hole in its chest. One aspect of the paint job that I wish was correct, because in the game her visor is like an amber color, and on this it's just like black. It's alright. But it would have been really cool if it was like a metallic amber color like in the game. Not sure if that was because of the images they got to use or something, but just a slight little letdown. She does come with 2 flame effects. I'm just going to show off one. They're the exact same, and they plug into little sockets on her forearms there. I like that they're not very unsightly. They're relatively low to the tops of her gauntlets there. They had a recent Mandalorian figure, and he just has a huge like port on the end of his gauntlet that just like, it looks very stupid. But it plugs in here. Be careful, if you push too hard it'll probably bend it, but they're alright. You know, they droop because they're nice and heavy, but you can definitely do it over the top like that and it looks fine. Definitely not something that you're really able to display her with, because it's so heavy. It'll definitely probably just droop her arm down after a while, or this will just start bending too much. But definitely some cool effects. Always nice when it has like the gradation from like the clear to the darker oranges and reds. Yeah, really the only thing holding this figure back is the swivel hips. It would have just been awesome to get her in some nice dynamic, kind of like wide stances. But one other aspect of this figure is pop her head off, nice and easy because it's just a single ball. And she has an unmasked head portrait, which looks pretty good. It's a much, I'd say more, it's a much softer looking face than the previous release. The previous release had some really long, like wavy hair, very similar to the card back, but the face on the figure, the old figure, it was a very like rigid expression, and like it just wasn't a very fun face to look at, let's say. But this one, some people might say like, oh, that doesn't look much like her. Actually, it does, but it looks like a certain version of her. I was actually looking at images of her because I was curious as to how accurate the paint apps were to the game. And I discovered that this portrait, this hair and everything, is actually what she looks like in the game, because they have a lot of hairstyles that are used for like the player characters for when you're creating characters, and they used a lot of those for the characters in the game, like the mentor characters, and they just recycled a lot of them. And same with the faces, they had like some preset faces that you could choose from. Obviously you could like add scars or change the eye colors and stuff and eyebrows and stuff, but this looks like her in-game depiction, which I was very interested to find out. But I like it. I think it looks great. Could have definitely maybe used. She's got a little bit of a wash on the hair, but I think something, maybe some browns to kind of bring it out a little bit more. Looks very plasticky. I might do that myself at some point, but other than that, pretty awesome figure. And she is part of Malgus's crew. If you've watched the cinematics that they released back in the day when the game was first coming out, she was part of Darth Malgus's crew here. And I've had this Malgus for a while. I actually found him at a Walgreens. I wasn't really collecting much at the time, and I went into a Walgreens, and he was just sitting there, and I was like, I can't really pass him up, because I used to play the game a lot. I played it for a few years, but my computer kind of, you know, went bye-bye, so I didn't really have anything good to play it on. But I found him at a Walgreens. He was on clearance for only like $5 when I brought him to the register, and that was awesome. So I've got him. He's awesome with his soft goods and everything. Hood's a little bulky and whatnot, but you can take that off. Then he's got two sets of soft goods. He's got his cape on his back, and then he's got a removable hood and cape. So he's a pretty awesome figure. Yeah, that's Shae Vizla. She was I believe it was exclusive to like online retailers and whatnot, the fan channels. But she is a great figure. Aside from, missing articulation, but that's a product of when she was originally made. And to retool like hips and stuff for a fan channel release, I understand why they wouldn't do that, but she deserves some updated hip articulation because she's an awesome character with some awesome armor. And yeah, I think that'll about do it. Thanks for watching, everybody. Like, comment, subscribe, do all that fun stuff. Did you pick up Shae? I know I'm a little late on the review. I've been meaning to do it. Been putting it off. And today I was just like, I'm just going to sit down. I'm going to do it. I got stuff set up already. I'll just take care of it. So I appreciate you watching, even though it's been months past her release. But I digress. Thank you for watching again. Go follow me over on Instagram, JohnRunner88 over there as well. And yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Bye, guys.